and today I'll be reading One by Kathryn Oshoki. Blue was a quiet color. He enjoyed looking at the sky, floating on the waves, and on days he felt daring, splashing in rain puddles. Every once in a while, he wished he could be more sunny like yellow, or bright like green, or regal like purple, or outgoing like orange. But overall, he liked being blue, except when he was with Red. Red was a hothead. He liked to pick on Blue. Red is a great color, he'd say. Red is hot, and blue is not. Then Blue would feel bad about being blue. Sometimes yellow comforted Blue. Blue is a very nice color, she'd say. But yellow never said that in front of Red. She never said, stop picking on Blue. Green, purple, and orange thought blue was nice too. But they never told Red to stop either. Every time Red said something mean and no one spoke up, he got bigger and bigger and bigger. Soon, Red grew so big that everyone was afraid of him. No one dared stop him. Red picked on all the colors. Then everyone felt a little blue. Until one came. He had a different shape with bold strokes and squared corners. He was funny. He made the colors laugh. Red saw this and got very hot. Stop laughing, he told Yellow. Stop laughing, he told Green. Stop laughing, he told Purple and Orange. And they did. Red rolled up to One. Stop laughing, he told him. But One stood up straight like an arrow and said, no. Red was mad, but One wouldn't budge, so Red rolled away. One turned to the colors and said, if someone is mean and picks on me, I, for one, stand up and say no. Then Yellow felt brave and said, me too. Green agreed and said, me 3. Then Purple became 4 and Orange became 5. Blue saw the colors change. He wanted to count. Red grew red hot. He felt left out. He grew hotter and hotter and hotter. Red raced over to Blue and said what he always did. Red is hot, blue is not. But this time, Blue stood up tall and became 6. Red can be really hot, he said, but blue can be super cool. Red blew a fuse and tried to roll over Blue. But everyone took a stand and said, no. Seeing them stand tall made Red feel very, very, very small. Then Red turned even redder and began rolling away. But Blue called out, can Red be hot and Blue be cool? Red stopped in his tracks. Red can count too, said One. Red rocked and rolled and turned into 7. Everyone counts, they shouted. Then Red laughed and joined the fun. Sometimes it just takes one.
Hi, it's Maddie. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be reading Mr. Bud Wears a Cone by Carter Goodrich. Mr. Bud wears a cone. Mr. Bud had a bad hot spot. He chewed and licked it all night. Uh-oh, let me see. Biscuit, then walk time. Biscuit, then walk time. Quiet, Zorro. This ointment will make it better. Biscuit, then walk time. Biscuit, then walk time. Quiet, Zorro. Sorry, Guy, it's no fun, I know. Mr. Bud was getting all the attention, and the schedule was all messed up. After their walk, it was time for the cone. Mr. Bud hated the cone. Here you go, just while I'm gone. He tried to get it off, but it wouldn't budge. Hold still. Then Zorro tried, but it was stuck tight. After a while, Zorro lost interest. He found the biscuits and ate as many as he could. But Mr. Bud couldn't reach them. Watch it. And when he tried to drink, he spilled the water dish. When they played, the cone made it hard for Mr. Bud to see. Over here. No, over here. Zorro thought it was funny and teased Mr. Bud. Then he got into Mr. Bud's toys. But when Mr. Bud tried to get his mouse back, the cone knocked something over. And it broke. Now you did it. Mr. Bud felt so bad he didn't join Zorro for wait and watch time. Here she comes, you're in trouble. Or for greet and make a fuss time. Hey Zorro, look what Mr. Bud did. Look what Mr. Bud did. Uh-oh. But Mr. Bud didn't get into trouble after all. Poor guy, it's hard to see what this thing is on, isn't it? Looks like somebody got into the biscuits, Zorro. In fact, Mr. Bud got his own special treat, but he shared it with Zorro anyway. Everything was back to normal. And that was the end of the cone, for now.
0 was a big round number. When she looked at herself, she just saw a hole right in her center. Every day she watched the numbers line up. She wanted to count too. But how could a number worth nothing become something? 0 felt empty inside. She watched 1 having fun with the others. 1 was solid and strong with bold strokes and squared corners. 0 was big and round with no corners at all. If I were like 1, then I could count too, she thought. So she pushed and pulled. She stretched and straightened. She forced and flattened and finally became 0. She sighed. Becoming like 1 was too much of a stretch. 8 and 9 rolled into the scene. If you double yourself up, you'd be like me, said 8. So 0 twisted and turned and tried to be 8. Or you could be a 9 with a longer line, said 9. So 0 pinched and puckered and tried to be 9. But 0 could only be 0. We're on our way to join the others. Come count with us, they said. 0 felt deflated. 8 and 9 were numbers with value. Of course they could count. How could they know how she felt? 0 had a new thought. If she could impress the numbers, that'd give her value. She'd leap, she'd soar, she'd sizzle, she'd shine. She'd make a grand entrance and floor them all. 0 began to roll faster and faster and faster. She leaped, flying, soaring, rocketing right into 1, who knocked over 2, who fell into 3 and 4, toppling 5 and 6, who crashed into 7 and 8, where they all ended up in a big pile on 9. All the numbers were bent out of shape. It's no use trying, sobbed 0. I'll never have value. I'll never be part of the count, she said. It's what's inside that counts, pointed out 7. 0 looked at herself. But what if I don't have anything inside? Every number has value, said 7. Be open, you'll find a way. Suddenly 0 saw herself in a new light. I'm not empty inside, I'm open. 0 rolled up to the numbers. I've thought of a way for us to count even more, she said. Count more, asked 4. Count us in, exclaimed 7. Lead the way, said 1. Everyone counts, the number shouted. 0 jumped in. Then she leaped up high and said, here's something new we can try. If we help each other soar, we can count even more. Let's count again, starting with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and what's next? 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. We do count more, they cheered. 0 and the numbers explored and had fun, bringing more value to everyone. And this time, when she looked at herself, she felt whole, right in her center.